is none other than the timer. The timer is Toastmaster Gideon Ogundeyi. Toastmaster Gideon, please come to the lectern and tell us how you will be initiating the timing cue for today's contest.
Okay, thank you so much, the Chief Judge. I'll be the timer for today's contest, and my role is very, very simple. I'll be timing both the prepared speeches and the evaluation speech. So for the prepared speeches, I also like to, before I go into that, I'd like to tell all contestants to keep their eye on their systems or their devices, as I'll be displaying the timing cards virtually from here by my background. And so for the prepared speech, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Once it's on 5 minutes, you would see my green card. I believe we can all see it. Please confirm you can see my timing card. Okay, thank you very much. So once it's 6 minutes, you would see my yellow. And once it's 7 minutes, you would see my red card, which means you have 30 seconds to complete your speech. And for the evaluation speeches, we have 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, you see my green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you see my yellow card. And at 3 minutes, you see the red card, which means you have 30 seconds to complete your evaluation. Thank you so much. I would be giving my reports after the contest.
Thank you so much, our timer, for today, for that lucid rendition of your role. Thank you, thank you. Madam Contest Chair, there you have it. You've heard from I and then the timer. Most definitely, I think you have go ahead to commence the contest for today. And it's back to you, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you most graciously, Madam Chief Judge. Thank you to you and your team for the interest of our guests, Toastmasters, prospective Toastmasters alike. I would want to reiterate the timing rules. The contestants have been briefed about this. It's important that our audience are also aware of how this would play out. For the international speech contest, it's a 5 to 7 minute speech. Each contestant is expected to speak for a minimum of 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and a maximum of 7 minutes, 30 seconds. What this means is if a contestant speaks below 4 minutes, 30 seconds, that speaker is probably going to be disqualified. And the speaker who goes beyond the 7 minutes, 30 minutes mark is also in danger of disqualification. For the evaluation contest, it's a 2 to 3 minute speech, which means each speaker is expected to speak for a minimum of 1 minute, 30 seconds, and a maximum of 3 minutes, 30 seconds. There you have it. We would commence with the international speech contest. We have 2 contestants for the international speech contest, and we have 3 contestants for the evaluation speech contest. And here is the speaking order. For the international speech contest, contestant number 1 is Bumi Ajao. Contestant number 2 is Tosin Imogeme. For the evaluation contest, this is the speaking order. Contestant 1 is Tosin Imogeme. Contestant 2 is Adeshola Aladesewa. Contestant 3 is Bukola Ayeni. The contestants are aware of the speaking order. Judges, please take notes, and these will be the speaking order for both contests. Someone might ask, why do we even bother with a speech contest? Why? We can afford to present speeches in our clubs, do our project, and move on. Why do members have to put themselves through the stress of participating in a contest. The Toastmasters International realized that it was important for members who have gained certain skills to put those skills on display for others to learn from them, grow from it, and be motivated in their journeys. An interesting thing about a contest is you go into a contest, perhaps a level 3, but at the end of that contest, you realize that you're a level 7 or a level 8. That's how impactful a contest is on an individual. And today we'll be seeing Toastmasters who have gained skills, put their skills on display, go head to head, put their best foot forward, and grow as a result of that. On this note, I would want to reconfirm from Madam Chief Judge. Madam Chief Judge, can you please confirm that all the contestants for this contest are eligible to participate in the contest category that they will be participating in today?
Yes, please, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chief Judge. Madam Chief Judge, is your team ready? Your team of judges, ballot counters, and timers, are they ready to perform their role in this contest?
Yes, they are ready. I can confirm our beavers are working, our transmitters are working, everyone is on ground. They're ready. So you can go ahead.
Thank you for the confirmation, Madam Chief Judge, and thank you for giving me the go-ahead to commence today's contest. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we shall now commence the International Speech Contest. Between each contestant, we would allow 1 minute of silence for the judges to record their ballots. At the end of the International Speech Contest, we would allow the judges 2 minutes to finalize their ballots. And within that time, our test speaker would prepare herself to deliver the test speech, which would help us segue into the evaluation contest. As Madam Chief Judge has said, please refrain from using the chat box. Please refrain from using the emoticons. We would have time to celebrate our contestants when we have heard all of them speak. As a Zoom master, I would request that you please spotlight each contestant as they take the stage to present their speeches. And now we begin. Please, if you're not speaking, can you ensure that your mics remain muted to minimize to the barest minimum any interference? I can hear a sound. Olusegun Ajao, can you please make your mic? Zoom master, can you please mute? Thank you. Please, let's ensure that we keep our mics muted so that we don't distract the contestants. Contestant 1, Bumi Ajao, please say International Speech Contest.
International Speech Contest.
Thank you very kindly. I confirm that I can see you and I can hear you clearly. Contestant number 1, Bumi Ajao, change or die. Change or die. Bumi Ajao.
We must have all heard that change is the only constant thing in life. Whether we like it or not, change will come. And when it does, we either embrace it or are forced to just move with it. Abraham Maslow said, in any given moment, we have 2 options: to step forward into growth or step back into safety? Good morning, the contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and amiable guests. I had cause to change my team in January 2023 for career growth and to start something new. A vacancy had been created due to the JAPA movement. This portends an opportunity for growth, at the same time, doing something completely different from my specialty. My comfort zone had become a danger zone as the growth opportunities were limited. Comparing the two teams, the team I was leaving was bigger, we had deals going for us, we didn't have to overstretch to meet the performance metrics, but it required a lot of hard work and extra hours. Taking up the offer of a new team, however, was a higher role and would enable me to work within the normal hours, albeit in a smaller team, learning to manage a new market segment and digging deep to meet the performance metrics. I weighed the options and moved. Why did I move? Jim Rohn, the American entrepreneur and author, said, "Your life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change." While I was happy that the new team provided opportunity for growth, the performance numbers were not smiling. As a high flyer in my previous team, I couldn't relate to performance that was below excellence. The die had been cast. The only way was to move forward, no going back. So I faced my new reality. I was encouraged by the saying, "Don't be afraid of change. You may lose something good, but may gain something better." I had two options in my new team: to accept the team's performance as is, or find ways to quickly turn things around. I began to review the balance scorecard with the team in detail, exploring how to improve the numbers. This was already November, with just 1 month to year end. We were still at 59% of set targets. Then the giant in me woke up. I put on my warrior cap and ideas began to roll in to improve the team's performance. With diligent pursuit of the parameters, the team had moved to 69% by December 27th. But it was still not good enough. We continued to push because, as Yogi Berra, the baseball legend, said, "It's not over until it's over." I said to my team, "It's not over until we win." It was already the holiday season. Most companies had shut down for the year, coupled with so much macroeconomic impact on their businesses and several issues. The hope of getting new deals was very slim. By December 30th, I decided to review the numbers again. And fortunately, there was a ray of hope. We discovered that a wrong basis was applied to one of the matrices that carried a significant weight on the scorecard, which made my team to score very low. We engaged the responsible team and obtained the relevant approvals for the rebasing of the matrix, and my team's score automatically increased to 85%. I was absolutely stoked. It was a sweet league. It was a sweet relief indeed, with so much excitement that my team had escaped from the League of Laggards. I smiled as I reminisced on William Shakespeare's book, "All is well that ends well." This change delivered my much anticipated promotion and bonus payments. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, change brings growth. Change creates opportunities and new beginnings. Change makes us resilient and enhances our life. I ask you, dear friends, as Alan Dutchman asked his audience several years ago, Would you rather embrace change or die? For me, I will embrace change, always. I choose life. It's back to you, the contest chair. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 1. We'll now allow 1 minute for the judges to record their ballots. Timer, please show the green card once the 1 minute is up. Thank you very kindly. Contestant number 2. Can you please say international speech contest?
International speech contest.
Thank you very kindly. I confirm I can see you and I can hear you. Contestant 2. Tosin Imogeme. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Tosin Imogeme.
It was Charles Bukowski, the American poet, who said, "The problem with this world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, but the stupid ones are full of confidence." Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, in 2019, I took a course on presentation at the National Broadcast Academy, formerly called the FRCN. And I was intrigued by the eye-opening lectures that I told myself I was going to return there to take a course on creative writing. Now, I had already published my first book, Pain is a Gift, and I'd sold thousands of copies, and it even also made me a TV and radio presenter, speaking to millions of listeners across Nigeria. However, due to imposter syndrome, which is the feeling of self-doubt, I felt I wasn't still good enough, and I still needed to brush up my writing skills. Meanwhile, at my department, I was serving as the class governor, and even more, I was the governor general of all departments at the institution. So during the graduation, I was required to give the valedictory speech. And of course, I Toastmasters. I showed them how we do it. And I was given an amazing applause. But more importantly, the journalism head of department approached me as he was utterly impressed by my speech, and then he showered me with praises. In response, I gave him a copy of my book to say thank you to him, and then we parted ways. Few months afterwards, I was now preparing for that creative writing course at the institution when I got a call by this same lecturer. He had read my book and was utterly impressed by what he read, by my writing prowess. And then he dropped a bombshell. "Hello, Tosin, I have just spoken to the school authorities and I've recommended you to be a lecturer at the next session. So please prepare yourself so that you're going to be a lecturer. You're going to be interviewed. He was an awe. He was a guy who was just a student a few months ago. The school administration are now deemed him to be fit enough to lecture. And you know what even intrigued me further? Some of my classmates from the last course were now going to be my own students. In other words, I was going to lecture for a course that I wanted to subject myself to enrolling, I was subjecting myself to enroll for. How amazing. During the lecture, it was an enlightening one, and the student found it so easy. And of course, I got paid. What further validation would I have needed? Like William Marian would say, oftentimes we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant? Who am I to be fabulous? Who am I to be talented and phenomenal? Hello? Actually, who are you not to be? After all, you're the masterpiece of God, and you carry the DNA of greatness. And I'll further prove it. During my stint as a media personality, my book, Pain is a Gift, earned me the name Pain Doctor, as I was always talking about pain and depression, counseling people all around the globe. In fact, during COVID, I was specifically speaking to Nigerians and alleviating their pains. However, the critics and the naysayers came knocking. Hello, who do you think you are? Are you now a licensed therapist? Or do you have a degree in psychology? What do you think you have? What do you think you know? And because of that, I felt discouraged. I started to nurture doubts in my mind. I shrinked and went back to my shell. I started focusing on other things. Then last year in August, I got an invitation letter from the African Network of Professional Counselors and Therapists, inviting me to come and speak at their international summit. And I was amazed. Here was a guy who was condemned and mocked for not being a psychologist, for not being a licensed therapist, and yet an international association were willing to not just identify with me, but were also willing to have me come speak to their professional counselors and therapists. I was amazed. And again, as a Toastmaster, I showed them how you do it. I was given a standing ovation, and I was in awe. What better validation could I have needed? You see, our deepest fears is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fears is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is not our darkness, but our light that most frightens us. Anyway, this further boosted my confidence. And since then, I've learned to always doubt my doubt. Because you see, when an army is about to lose a war, the first thing they lose is their confidence. Some of you here are following people that you should be mentoring, that you should be tutoring, because you're buried in self-doubt. And when you doubt your power, you simply give power to your doubts. I'm not saying you shouldn't keep developing yourself, you shouldn't keep improving yourself, but you have the DNA of greatness, because what a seed needs to become a tree is already inside that seed. It's already in you. You are fabulous. You are talented. You are gifted. You don't need any external validation to be who you are. So my nudge to you this morning is to always believe in yourself. Because you know what? While you're doubting yourself, many people are out there feeling intimidated by your potential. The contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 2. We'll now allow 2 minutes for the judges to enter their ballots and conclude their ballot for the international speech contest.
1 minute is over, ma.
The 1 minute is up.
We're allowed 2 minutes. This time, please. Thank you very kindly, Mr. Gideon. Right, that brings us to the end of the international speech contest. May I request that you please unmute your microphones and appreciate our international speech contestants. Feel free to drop reaction, use the reaction button, or mute and give them a round of applause, use the chat box to celebrate them and just say thank you for thrilling us with enchanting speeches this morning. As we prepare to segue into the evaluation contest, according to the Toastmasters International Rulebook, the international speech contest has to be adjourned. On this note, may I please request that Madam Chief Judge move a motion to adjourn the international speech contest.
I, Toastmaster Grace Peter, the Chief Judge for today's contest, having observed that we've exhausted and we successfully concluded the international speech contest, I make motion for the adjournment for that contest. And it's back to you, our Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you very kindly, Madam Chief Judge. We need to second that motion of adjournment. May I please request that the Vice President Education of Bsn Toastmasters second the motion to adjourn the international speech contest. Is Toastmaster Bukola on the call, please? In her absence, may I request that Toastmaster Gideon please second the motion to adjourn the international speech contest.
Okay, thank you so much, Contest Chair. Hi, Toastmaster Gideon of this contest. Second the motion for the adjournment of the international conference. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly. And there you have it. The international speech contest of Bsn Toastmasters Club is hereby adjourned. And we can now commence the evaluation contest. Now, the evaluation contest is going to run slightly differently from the international speech contest. In the evaluation contest, we would have a test speaker who would deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech. After the speech, all the contestants will be moved to the breakout room. They will have 5 minutes to conclude their evaluation, documenting and rehearsing their evaluation. At the expiration of the 5 minutes, the Zoom master will bring back into the room the first contestant. And as we did for the international speech contest, we would allow 1 minute in between the speeches to allow the judges to enter their ballots. Within that 1 minute of silence, the Zoom master will bring in the next contestant. And that's how we would follow until we exhaust all the contestants for the evaluation contest. We have 3 contestants for the evaluation contest. The speaking order had been announced at the start. I would want to reiterate that for the benefit of those people who joined us halfway into the meeting. For the evaluation contest, we have 3 contestants. Contestant number 1, Tosi Imogene. Oh, Imogene has come into my head. Imogene. Contestant number 2, Adeshola Aladeshawe. Contestant number 3, Bukola Ayeni. At this point, I want to invite our test speaker, fantastic. As we commence the evaluation contest, I want to request that we keep our microphones muted, refrain from using the chat box or the reaction buttons until asked to do so. And while the speakers are speaking, please try as much as possible not to distract them. Zoom Master, as the speakers take the stage, please spotlight the speakers. In the event that the first speaker is not spotlighted, please refrain from spotlighting any other speaker. We want to ensure that all the contestants are provided with the same conditions for their speech delivery. Our test speaker is ready and will take the test speech for the evaluation contest. Timer, the speech will be for 5 to 7 minutes. Lanre Olorutobi, the survivor, Lanre Olorutobi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster G. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Here is my speech. Of all that is good, sublimity is supreme. Succeeding is coming together of all that is beautiful. Furtherance is agreement of all that is just. Perseverance is the foundation of all action. My name is Larry Olorutobi. For those that know me, those that do not know me, I welcome you to my speech titled Survival. Before I dive into my speech, I would like to introduce myself to those that do not know me. I am the 3rd son of the Olorutobi dynasty. A father from Ondo State and a mother from Abia State. And as you can see that I have a mix of 2 different cultures. You could call me a true Nigerian. Or as they used to say during our NYSC days, where you're expected to connect with different cultures. And there is a reason why I chose this particular school. When growing up, at the tender age of 4, and also, I would say this particular week, I lost my mother. I lost my mother while she was giving birth to my immediate junior sister. And it played a major role in my life as I am today. Firstly, my dad did the best he could. However, he did what he thought was right by providing for the family, by making sure we go to the best schools as much as he could provide for, by making sure we go to having a good religious background. However, because of that, he wasn't so involved in the life of his children. And because of that, I had to learn on my own. There are certain things I would have expected from a parent that I could not learn because my dad was providing and my mother was not available. was tough, but I survived. Due to this particular incident of losing my mother, I withdrew into my shell. I was not able to express myself the way I would have wanted to. Yes, I was a lively child. I loved to play. I loved to be around friends. But at certain times where I could not express myself the way I would have wanted to, because I wasn't taught how to. I wasn't taught how to be who I was supposed to be. And as I grew up, I did the best I could. I tried to survive, but there were tough times. And there was a dark period in my life where I was lost. I was absolutely lost. I went down the wrong path. I was not sure of what I wanted to become in life. Even my education was affected because I was just having fun with life instead of being focused. And at the point in time, I had to sit at home for 5 years while trying to write my JAM and get into the university. So I always passed my JAM, but I never passed the JAM. And I would just jump from one university to the other till I eventually decided to focus on what I want to do in life. And it was the year that I focused that I was able to get into school. I was able to finish within, though it was 5 years due to strikes because it was a federal university, but I was able to get into university and finish in record time without any carryovers. And it was a decision I made that I am not going to be this person that I was before. I was going to be a new person. And that is where I am today. And the reason why I chose this particular speech as well is because in my last speech that I gave, I spoke about mental health. Mental health can be relatable to not just us as adults, but also as children. We do not understand that though in this world that we are today, this generation that we are, it's beginning to take shape, that mental health can affect children as well as adults. And if my mental health was in the right state, I was in the right state of mind from when I was young, maybe I would have been a better person. Maybe, who knows, maybe I would have been a young entrepreneur, the likes of the owners of Flutter River, Paystar, who knows? But that's not to discredit what I have achieved. All I'm saying is, I was a survivor in my life. I was a survivor in my mental health. I was a survivor through all that I went through. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for my family. It wasn't easy for any of us, but we survived. And I would like to close my speech with this quote: victory at all costs, victory in spite of terror, victory however long and hard the road may be. But without victory, there is no survival, by Winston Churchill. I believe that no matter what anyone goes through, be it from a young age, and even to now that we are adults, if we do not despair, if we do not give up, victory is something that we can achieve. Thank you, Contest Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary, for your speech. We will now segue into the 5 minutes mark for the contestants to finalize their evaluations. Timer, please commence the 5 minutes once the Zoom master confirms that all the contestants have been moved to the breakout room. Zoom master, can you please move the contestants to the breakout room and let us know once that has been concluded? Zoom Master, have you moved all the contestants to the breakout room? Zoom Master, there's a lot of interference coming from your end. Can you please confirm that all the contestants for the evaluation contest have been moved to the breakout room? I think that's been done because I cannot see the contestants in the breakout room, in the meeting room. All right. Emma, please let us know when the 5 minutes time is up. Okay, let's, in the meantime, meet our test speaker. Mr. Larry, can we meet you? Can you please put on your video and let's meet you. Let's get to know you better. Mr. Larry, hi. Hi. Let me ask, what was the motivation for you to, well, let me start this way. Is this your first time serving as a test speaker for a contest?
Yes, it is.
So what's the motivation for you? Why did you decide to step into this role?
I was, how would I put this? I was, I'm trying not to call out someone. But
I bet I know where you're going.
I'm trying not to call out someone, but I just decided to assist. She made, even though it was a late request, but I just decided to, not too late, but I just decided to help out.
Okay. And how are you feeling at the moment? How was the experience for you?
Well, I would say for me, this is my first time speaking online. I am more of a physical person where I get to see people's faces, watch their body reactions. And so this is my first time like really having this speech online. It's new. It's a bit different for me. I can't really tell people's reactions, but it was okay.
Okay. And if you're asked to do this again, is it something that you want to repeat? Is this an experience you want to enjoy again? Let me say enjoy, because I'm sure enjoy is not the word you probably want to use, but is this something you'd be willing to do again? Say down the line, you get that request, oh, Larry, Toastmaster Larry, come and be the test speaker for maybe the area contest or district contest. Is that something you want to do?
I can't say. It's, for instance, there might be work, there might be other engagements, but definitely if I am available and the request is made known ahead of time, definitely I could consider.
All right. So what do you enjoy doing apart from speaking? What do you enjoy doing?
Music. I enjoy listening to music, I enjoy singing, I enjoy recreational activities as well.
Okay. What kind of music?
I'm a blend of everything: jazz, pop, Afrobeats, classicals, and the likes.
So do you sing them or you just enjoy listening to them?
Both.
Ah, so if we asked you to sing a classical song for us, for example, you take us to church, right? With
Right, I just might.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Larry. One final question before I let you go. If you're asked to encourage Toastmaster members who have perhaps not participated in the contest or shy away from being the test speaker for an evaluation contest, what will you say to them?
Well, I would say it's something that you would like to do. I would tell the person or people it's something that you would like to do, because there's a total vibe to when it's just a regular meeting and when it is a contest or you are speaking and you are going to be evaluated in a contest. So take the opportunity, because it also opens up your speaking capabilities, not just in regular meetings, but one day you might be in a contest as well. Who knows? So take that opportunity. You don't know where it can take you to.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Larry. You've heard it, everyone. And that's 5 minutes. Please, thank you, Toastmaster Larry, and thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Gideon, for prompting us. All right, Zoom Master, can you please bring in the contestants, one for the evaluation contest, please?
Madam Chief Judge, do I bring in everyone or
No, just
the
the first contestant.
Okay, sorry, who is the first again? Please?
Tosin Mogeme.
He's coming in now.
Thank you. Contestant 1, can you please say evaluation contest?
Evaluation contests.
Thank you. May I please request every other person to please mute their microphones? Can you please mute your microphones? Thank you very kindly. Contestant number 1, Tosin Imogeme. Tosin, Imogeme.
Thank you very much, Madam Contest Chair. They say feedback is not easy to take, but it makes success a piece of cake. Let me congratulate you, Toastmaster Larry Oloruntobi, for that phenomenal speech. You always give out, you always teach phenomenal speeches, and of course, I didn't expect any better. Let me start by commending you. You did something that was so striking at the beginning of your speech. You gave a quote. Now, quotes are so powerful because they are attention grabbers. And the quote you gave by Lao Tzu was really profound. I must commend you on that. Secondly, you shared this personal story about the loss of your mom, which was really emotional. And people can, of course, relate to that because people around you perhaps had lost a loved one and we could connect with you. But by sharing a personal story, these three things. First, it showed originality. It showed you shared a story, a personal story of yourself, as opposed to just picking up a story on Google and coming to share with us. Secondly, it also showed vulnerability. By sharing your pains, of course, it makes people connect more with you. Someone said that vulnerability is the pathway to intimacy. When we share our successes, people admire us. But when we share our failures, our pains, people connect with us because they can feel us. And finally, of course, it was an emotional one because someone perhaps is going through the same thing you are going through. And thirdly, you spoke about your struggles at school and at home, the loss of your mom, how it made your dad rise to the occasion. And you related it to something timely in our nation at this moment, which is mental health. The rise of the dollar and the economic issues, of course, have made a lot of people go haywire. And that's really become a mental health has become a necessity. Well done. And you ended again with a quotes, which of course appeals to me. Quotes are short words from long experiences. My recommendation, please avoid reintroducing yourself. I think you spend too much time introducing yourself. Avoid it. You've been introduced. Go straight into your speech, except when the situation arises. Secondly, please go beyond your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone by standing up to give your speech. You robbed us of your body language, and you're a tall, fine man. And then finally, work more on your preparation. The speech was powerful, but could have been better if you prepared more. But the icing on the cake for me was your calm. You were so cool, calm, collected, and I loved it. I hope my commendations and recommendations will serve in your best interest. Thank you. Over to you, Contest Chair.
Thank you. Contestant 1 will now allow 1 minute for the judges to enter their ballots. Zoom Master, you can bring in the second contestant within this 1 minute's time. Additional. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 2, please say evaluation contest.
Evaluation contest.
Thank you. I confirm that I can see you and I can hear you. Contestant number 2, Adeshola Aladeshawe. Adeshola Aladeshawe.
Thank you, Madam Contest Chair. And a big kudos to you, Toastmaster Lanre Oloruntobi, the survivor. I must say that when you started your speech with that theme, I wondered, what are we going to hear? Who's the story about? But I must commend you because you gave us such a riveting speech filled with emotions, highs and lows. Thank you once again. And I want to express my condolences on the demise of your mother, though it was a long time ago. With the way you presented your speech, I could tell that the effects are still with you even today. One of the things that I liked about your speech was the fact that you gave us a quote at the beginning. However, it seemed that it was a bit rushed. But one particular sentence that I picked was the fact that perseverance is the foundation of all actions. And that riveted through your speech because you persevered through all that you went through as a child. Another thing that I loved about your speech was when you started, one thing that I caught was when you gave us an introduction. This definitely set the tone for what we were about to experience and what we were about to hear from you. I also love the fact that you smiled at the exact point when you said that your father was from Ondo State and your mother was from the eastern part of Nigeria. That alone, in the midst of all that is going on in this country with the intertribal issues that we see on a daily basis, that alone set a tone. It spoke loudly that this is something that you cherish. And I'm really glad that you did that because you smiled. It came from your heart. However, that was so short-lived because we were not expecting the next thing that you mentioned, the fact that she passed away at your age 4. This definitely shook us. It shook me. And I believe that this must have had a great impact on your growing up. I also like the fact that you commended the efforts of your dad, and you also shared the effects of being raised by a single parent. Well done once again. For my recommendations, I would like to say that maybe you could have mentioned the fact that, or something that was singular, something that was the light bulb moment. You mentioned that you struggled, you didn't know what you wanted to become in life. There were dark parts or dark moments in your life. Usually, when we go through things like this, there's always either the fact that someone spoke to us, or we listened to a message, or a mentor spoke to us, sat us down. You mentioned that you had to stay at home 5 years. I don't know whether that was the light bulb moment. You said you spoke to yourself. Well, to some individuals at that young age, that must have been a very strong character and determination or determinant skill that you possess. But I really didn't catch much of that in your speech. What was it that led you to that position where there was a turnaround or a change in how you had lived your life up until that point? I would also like to commend the fact that you shed some light on the issue of mental health. In this part of Nigeria, or in this part of Africa or the world, mental health has been something that we have grappled with, or we have not really come to terms with. It's just something that we are beginning to accommodate and tell ourselves that this is something that we need to address. These are things that people need to speak about. But the fact that you even mentioned that mental health is no respecter of persons or age, and it could actually affect a young child. Wow. I think this is something that I personally had not averted my mind to, and I'm grateful that you actually touched on this, because right now we would then pay much attention to how children are being brought up. What are they thinking about? What are those things that we say to them that may or that may make them or mar them. So thank you very kindly for shedding light on the mental health of individuals, irrespective of age. All in all, Toastmaster Larry Oloruntobi, I think you gave a very riveting speech, and I look forward to listening to you some other time. Thank you. It's over to you, Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, contestant number 2. We'll now allow 1 minute for the judges to enter their ballots. May I request that the Zoom master please bring in the 3rd contestant, Bukola Ayeni. Thank you. Timer. Contestant number 3, can you please say evaluation contest? Contestant number 3, can you please say evaluation contest?
Evaluation contest. Can you hear me?
I hear you, but there's an echo. Can you please say evaluation contest again? I want to confirm that I can hear you devoid of any echo or interference.
All right. Contest chair. Can you hear me? Evaluation contest.
Absolutely, I can hear you now. Contestant number 3, I confirm I can hear you, and I confirm I can see you.
Madam Contest Chair, can you hear me?
Absolutely. Right. Contestant number 3, Bukola Ayeni. Bukola Ayeni.
Thank you very kindly once again, the contest chair, Toastmaster Larry. I was flabbergasted by the title and the content of your speech. I love the structure of the speech. It had a very strong opening with the quotes. The body was concise, and your closing was straight to the point. Your closing was from Winston Churchill about victory at all costs. And for me, that was fantastic. It's rare to find someone that is willing to share his vulnerability with the world. You're vulnerable with your story, you're vulnerable with your experience, having to grow without your biological mother, and being raised at some point by a single father. It is something I could connect to, because as a young lady, I was also raised by a single father. And at every opportunity, I talk about the things he has done. So I understand you, and I could connect with you when you talk about having to live with your father and having to grow. Yes, he did what he was able to do, but he would have loved if your mother was to be alive to raise you. And please accept my sincere condolences. I know it has been ages ago, but it's never too late. I rather celebrate her instead of mourn her, because for you to grow to be the man that you had today, you are a perfect example of the kind of a child someone might want to dream of having. Yes, I celebrate your mother instead of money at today. I love your background that you used. All these are props because you have gone through a lot in life and your background is showing a very bright world. And for me, I could connect to what you're talking. I could connect to the fact that yes, you went through a lot, but the world is your stepping stone, or the sky is your stepping stone, and your background said a lot about the content of your speech. My recommendation will not be much, and I will give you a call later or see you later to give you other recommendation I have for you. Just one that I have for you, and I will appreciate that you take it and use it for future speeches. I would recommend that when you're talking, it is very important that we see your expression, we feel you, and you can only do that when you talk, when you are standing. When you spoke about your mother, it could be, that's my mother at a very young age, and it got to me. And I will appreciate that you take this to heart. And again, well done for doing this. Over to you, the contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 3. We would now allow another 2 minutes for the judges to enter their ballots and complete or conclude their scoring for the evaluation contest. This brings us to the end of the evaluation contest, or at least speech presentations by contestants. Remember, I did say that we had 3 contestants. Timer, please let me know when the 2 minutes is up so we can meet our contestants this morning. Thank you very kindly. All right, everyone. Let us meet our contestants. Toastmaster Toasting, Toastmaster Booming, Toastmaster Bukola, Toastmaster Shola. I hope you've not run away. I can imagine. All right. Toastmaster Tosi is here. Toastmaster Tosi, hi.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel relieved because it's not easy. I think this is the hardest task in the world.
I can imagine. And you participated in both contests. Was
Yeah.
this, let me ask, was this deliberate? Did you deliberately decide, I will participate in both contests, or was this a case of walking the talk, leading by example?
Well, I think it's both. Of course, the leader, you always need to take the first step. If you need to influence others, then you just that you're also doing what you're talking about. So yes, even for the numerous and tall tales where I think that wasn't my strength, still have to participate. And much more importantly, yes, the international speech and evaluation, which I know which used to be my strength. Yeah, I wanted to. And then secondly, of course, I needed to push others. There are lots for us to have more contestants and make it more competitive. But I understand that Nigeria is dealing with everyone that having one issue or the other. For example, I was surprised to hear that they can drop again. I felt it was supposed to be really good. So that's it. Thank you very much for the conversation.
Thank you very much for leading by example and stepping outside of your comfort zone. From your document, you say that something that inspires you is the weight of your potential. Can you shed a bit more light on that for us?
Okay, so growing up, I always had people, before I found myself, I always had people tell me, damn, you have so much. I always had people say, oh, you're so filled with wisdom. This even before I found it myself. So it sort of placed the burden on me, being the first child, and there's always a lot of expectations on you. Being someone that's left-handed, and there's people who always say, lefties are very intelligent, this and that. So all that placed a lot of burden on me growing up, but it always inspires me. And even where I am currently, I still have people tell me you've not even scratched the surface of your potential. And I'm, yes, I believe, because each time I push myself, I discover there's still a lot more that I can possibly achieve. So yes, it inspires me to know that I haven't even achieved, or I haven't attained 1% of what I can possibly achieve. That's why I'm actually thinking about it. My apologies for thinking to span pressure. Just need to forget that we get to still take charge of the meeting, introduce you, and do quickly, but
it's a contest. It's a contest, right? It's a contest. And sincerely, I don't think anybody expects the club president to go and start to opening the meeting, especially when you're a contestant. I think we need to get to that stage where if you have officers as contestants, you actually have to take responsibility of their roles off them until it's concluded. I think that's the stage where we have to get to as Toastmasters, but then we're all a work in progress. There's something fascinating about your hobbies. Usually when you ask people their hobbies, people like to dance, sing, do different things. But I see something that I don't think anybody has told me, oh, this is my hobby. You enjoy driving. Like you can just wake up in the morning and get into a car and just zoom off. Like, how does that work? I mean, can you just how does it play out that driving is a hobby?
Okay, so I don't know, but maybe holding the gear and using the steering, for me, it's just some sort of it excites me. And each time I watch this movie, it's Too Fast, Too Furious, I just somewhat wish I could perhaps take a course or go do Formula One. Even though sometimes I do sometimes on top of the language, I need Too Fast, Too Furious. In fact, at this conference coming up, I'm already envisaging perhaps traveling by road and driving. So it can't be stressful being in the ocean. The times me when I'm there for speaking engagements. Before the engagement, just on this contest, yeah, I usually have anxiety. So I drive, but the moment I'm done with speaking engagements, I still like Jesus Christ, leaves me, then I feel weak. So if I'm with a colleague that cannot drive, then I feel so pain because at that moment I'll be exhausted, really driving ridiculous. But yeah, it's something that we enjoy. Even while playing with videos, I was looking cars and stuff. So that's it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Tosin, and thank you for letting us get to know you better. Thank you so much. Zoom Master, do we have the certificate of participation for the contestants ready? Toastmaster Korede, do we have the certificate of participation ready?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
All right, can you please share the certificate of participation for Toastmaster Tosin?
Okay. I'll share now.
Thank you. All right, just feel free to pop that on the screen when it's ready. While you're working to sort that out, can we please meet Toastmaster Bumi? Toastmaster Bumi, you're on my screen a second ago. You're still here. Awesome, Toastmaster Bumi. Hi, you're
Good.
smiling. That means it must feel
I have
good.
to smile. Good morning, the contest chair, Chief Judge, fellow Toastmasters.
Hi. How was the experience? Is this your first time participating in?
Okay, so my first
Speech
time
contest.
participating in a speech contest,
Yeah.
and the experience, it was good. I just wanted to give it a try. And for me, I don't like to be at the back seat. I like to be in front. So when the announcement came for international speech contest and they wanted people to volunteer to participate, I just said, okay, I'll do it. And then again, I'm not in my usual location. So I'm like, would I still be able to do this or something? And I just said, you can do it. You have your laptop, write your speech, prepare, present, and that is it. So that's why I'm here today, to learn and to be in the contest. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bumi. That is inspirational. I hope every other person here, including myself, is encouraged and inspired by your disposition to the contest. And I noticed that you said you love shopping. When was the last time you shopped in this our economy? When was the last time you shopped?
In fact, 2 days ago,
Ah.
I shopped from morning till night to the extent that my legs are still aching. So I love shopping. I love it. Some call it retail therapy, but for me, it just gives me joy. It doesn't have to mean, shopping doesn't mean you're spending all the money. So you calculate, okay, can I afford this? If yes, you buy. Or you just keep it in your shopping cart or your wish list and plan towards getting it if the thing really caught your attention. Or you just keep, just window shop.
Toastmaster Bumi, where are you? I just want to come visit you and say hello. Where are you, please?
I'm close to you.
I just want to visit you and say hello because
Close
I
to
need
you.
I need to
Close to your-
participate.
Close to your current location.
Fantastic. This must be from your first response. I can understand why the quote from Henry Ford is your go-to quote. If you say you can, you're right. If you say you can't, you're right. And you have just shown us today that you've told yourself, Bobby, you can do this. Just do it. You have your laptop, just write your speech, prepare, present, and you did that, in a fantastic manner. So thank you for being an inspiration to us, and thank you for participating in the contest. Thank you very kindly. Zoom
Thank
Master was
you.
still waiting to see the certificate of participation. So once you have that ready, please just pop them on the screen so that our contestants can see. I'm also sure that the certificates will be sent to you after the contest, right? So thank you, Toastmaster Bumi.
Thank you.
Right. So who is ready to let us meet her? Toastmaster Deshola, Toastmaster Bukola. Hi, Toastmaster Deshola. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Contest Chair. Good
It's
off.
been a long time.
It's been.
Well,
Good
tell me,
morning.
how was it? I know this is not your first rodeo in a contest. You're not stranger to contests, but how did this one feel for you?
Okay. So thank you for the question. I would actually admit that it's been a while, even at Toastmasters meetings. So this felt new, a bit new and fresh. And it was almost like getting myself all over again. But it felt good actually being here. And I'm glad that I participated in the evaluation contest, because evaluation is something that I'm a bit keen about, receiving feedback and giving feedback. So I'm glad that I took this baton to do this.
Oh, great. Thank you very kindly. And thank you for stepping into the ring once again. It's actually very inspiring to see, Toastmasters who have participated in contests, they've left their mark, they've showed up, and they're not shy to come back into the ring and not just grow as individuals, also help other Toastmasters, learn, grow, and be inspired by them. Toastmaster Shola, you did say that you enjoy music, you enjoy creative artistry. Please, that is grammar for me. Can you please just in kindergarten language let us know what's creative artistry? Is it painting? Is it acting? Is it what?
Okay, all right. So because I didn't want to list so many things, I just had to give an umbrella catchphrase. So I realized that when I see people who do creative things, I'm really very interested. It could be painting, it could be acting, most especially on stage. I'm really drawn to creative expressions. It could also be sculpting, just doing something, or writing beautifully. I love to be in these spaces. I love to encourage people to express themselves in these ways, on these arts. So yes, I love everything creative.
Everything creative. That's fantastic. And why are you inspired by this quote by John C. Maxwell, that everything rises and falls on leadership? What is it about that quote that speaks to you?
I think it's just the fact that we've been bereft of qualitative leadership in our country, and also the fact that growing up as an only girl in my family, I had to step up really early. I had to learn that you can't just do things anyhow. You must lead by example. And those were the things that shaped and molded me, that living exemplary lives can help better yourself and those who may be looking up to you. So that's why I can't divorce myself from that quote, because it just tells me that leadership is foundational. And if we get leadership right, then every other thing falls into place.
Great. Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Adeshola. Thank you for participating in the contest, and thank you for being an inspiration to us this morning. Thank you so much. All right, Toastmaster Bukola, let us meet you. Toastmaster Bukola, the woman who wears many hats. I hope she's still. Oh yeah, I see you. Hi, Toastmaster Bukola. How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Everybody feels good. That's interesting. Sure, if it was me, I'll be. Well, let me not see. Well, it's been an interesting experience for you, I guess, not just as a contestant, but also working and identifying people and handing over responsibilities because you are a contestant. And you did say in your document that success inspires you. Can you just share a brief story of how success has inspired you?
Okay. Success. I'd like to share the story of a friend of mine that, against all odds, she was able to achieve what she wanted to achieve. So at age 9, she lost both parents and she started living with her aunts in one of the remote villages in Nigeria. Even if the quality of education wasn't fantastic compared to some schools, she went through it all to make sure that she graduated not just from primary, secondary school, but also university. And now she works in one of the big banks in Nigeria and she's earning well. So for me, that's a story of resilience and something that has inspired me and it still inspiring me rather to be the best I can be. After all, if I don't succeed, what else can I do?
I love that ending. After all, if I don't succeed, what else can I do? I'm taking that away from this contest. Thank you, Toastmaster Bukola. You love watching movies. What was the last movie you watched? When was the last time you watched the movie?
Okay, the last movie I watched, it's quite unfortunate that as a lady, I'm not a fan of Z Word. It's boring. I'm not a fan of Z Word. Maybe I'm not a fan of African magic kind of movies. I love action movies. As at yesterday night, I watched the movie Beekeeper. And for someone that has watched Beekeeper, it's a movie that involves shooting, strategy, going all over and over again. So for me, that's the movie I watched last night, and I'm not a regular lady that would like love movie kind of thing. I love intellectually stimulating movies and documentaries.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing with us and thank you for being a contestant in the evaluation contest. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
All right.
Madam.
Yes, thank you. Zoom Master, are we making any headway with the certificates of participation? And also, please get ready with the result certificates. Chief Judge has confirmed that the international speech contest results are ready. We'll just wait to get the evaluation contest result. Mr. Zoom Master. Mr. Zoom Master on the call? Oh, I don't think he is.
Madam Contest Chair, I can share the certificate on behalf of the Zoom Master. But I think
fine.
I'm sharing rights. I'm struggling with that.
Oh. Toastmaster Steven, I noticed you're currently the host. I guess that defaulted to you when the Zoom Master was thrown out of the meeting. Can you be kind to please transfer the host rights to Madam Chief Judge. Toastmaster Stephen.
Hello.
Hi, Toastmaster Stephen.
My able contest chair. Jolly good morning, man.
Jolly good morning, my chair.
I just had my name.
Yes, the Zoom master was thrown out of the meeting due to network issues. I was requesting that you transfer the host rights to the chief judge, but I see the Zoom master is back.
Okay,
and he's been reassigned the hosts. Zoom master, please confirm
back.
you're back.
Yes, I
Are
can
you?
hear you. Apologies. The network.
Yes.
So
So are
All
you
right,
ready
Master.
with the, thank you, Toastmaster Steve. Thank you very kindly. Yeah. Are you ready with the results? The certificates? Zoom
yes,
master?
yes.
All
Do you
right.
need the certificates of participation first?
Are you able to display that right now, the certificate of participation? We have concluded the interview or the contestant. So if you're able to display, you can just display them concurrently and let the contestant see. We will send that to them after the contest. If that will be a hassle, we can just go on and announce the winners of the contest, and you will display the certificates when I announce the winners. Please let me know you're ready. Mr. Zoom Master, please let me know when you're ready. While we wait for the Zoom Master, I want to recognize and appreciate some Toastmasters who have made it a date with us this morning from outside of Bsn. We've heard the voice of Toastmaster Stephen. Toastmaster Stephen was the chairman of the Toastmasters Nigerian Conference that held last year, and he did a magnificent job carrying the team and ensuring that we had a spiffing contest. I also see Zoom as I know, the more you look, the less you see. All right. I also see the Assistant Division Director, Program Quality of Division F, Toastmaster Ayatola. Thank you for being here. I see Victoria Bay Toastmasters Club being represented. President, VP,
Yay! GP, yay!
show up. Like, well, yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Josephine. Thank you, Toastmaster Samuel. We'll see you. Wow. We'll see the English doctor, Toastmaster Craig Ezode. The one Toastmaster that you cannot afford to fumble in your English language when he is around you. You see him and you have to sit up and know that, oh, whether you like it or not, you're going to get feedback on your grammar. Toastmaster Craig, we'll see you. Thank you for being here. Oh, wow. I can see the delectable Toastmaster Nduke, Madam Area Director. I see you and we celebrate you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Toastmaster Eddie, thank you for being here. It's not easy to show up on a Thursday morning. So everyone who If I've not mentioned your name and your head, just thank you for being here. We celebrate every one of you. Wow. Mr. Zoom Master, just for Sakurede, if you're having issues with your network, can you please transfer host rights to the Chief Judge? She will help us with displaying the result certificates. We need to announce the results and give back some hours to people. Fantastic. Madam Chief Judge, you're now the host. So we will start with the international speech contest. We had 2 contestants. So I'll go ahead and just announce the winner of that contest. All right. For the international speech contest with Bsn Toastmasters Club, the Toastmaster who will have bragging rights for 1 year as the champion, the flag bearer, the Toastmaster who will move on to the area level to represent Bsn Toastmasters Club. And who knows, maybe this Toastmaster will go all the way to Chicago to represent District 94 at the World Championship of Public Speaking. Because you know, the international speech contest is the only contest that goes beyond the district level. So this is a contest that people really fight for, like want to go to Chicago. Just look around you. Our Chicago representative just might be here. And the winner for the international speech contest for Bsn Toastmasters Club is Toastmaster. Bsn, they're not ready to get the result though. Hey, everybody's just
Drum rolls.
contest has, see, there's no more contest. Nobody is going to speak anymore. So please feel free, put on your videos if you want to put on your videos. We're not managing bandwidths at this point anymore. So put on your videos. I need to see reaction to know that people want to know who this champion is. Otherwise, me and Madam Chief Judge will just carry the result and we'll go. Maybe at the time you're ready, we'll tell you next year. We'll come and tell you who your champion is next year. The champion for this contest is characterized by certain attributes in the name. You see, there are vowels that you don't see everywhere, but they have it in that. This contestant has it in the name. You see that vowel that is unending, is infinite. It just keeps going. Oh, the contestant has the vowel O in the name. Sure, you know the person now. Do you know who this person is? I want some decoders. You know that sometimes when you go to social media, they say, where are my decoders? Come and decode. They just tell you something. You have to decode who the person is. Are you telling me we don't have decoders in this club? Decoders, where are you?
Yeah.
The international speech contest, the international speech champion is Toastmaster Tosin Imogeme. Toastmaster Tosin, congratulations. You have bragging rights for 1 year, and you go ahead to fly the club's flag at the area contest. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations to us.
Yeah, give us your 30 seconds TED speech. Let's go. 30 seconds TED speech.
Well, I think I'll just say congratulations to both. Congratulations to Toastmasters. I understand how challenging it was, behind the scenes. I trying to prepare to just participate, because for me, it's not just about winning, but it's about growing. And we're not always here to compete against ourselves, but to become the better version of ourselves. And I know how challenging it was for me. I prepared this speech at 4 a.m. and I was still rehearsing while he was giving a speech. So, so thank you very much. I'm honored I also people who participate more. So thank you, Madam.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Tosi. And once again, congratulations to you and congratulations to Toastmaster Bumi for participating in the international speech contest. You know, the good thing about Toastmaster contest is the result. It really isn't the award. It's the fact that you went through that process. You are better for it. All right, so let's move on. Maybe I should say my village people have come, but definitely not village people, because the evaluation result has decided not to display itself. But our Chief Judge has shared the results. Right now, the result is dancing, Conco below. It has refused to just show itself. Oh, finally, I think it's downloading. Let's see. All right, for the evaluation contest, we had 3 contestants. I will go ahead and I will announce again the winner for the evaluation contest. Are we ready to know who the winner of the evaluation contest is? And announcing only the winner is me using my discretion. So the rule book says if you have 3 contestants, you can announce second place and the first place. But I will be announcing only the winner of the evaluation contest. Thank you very kindly, Madam Chief Judge. Madam Chief Judge, just to confirm, was there any time disqualifications in any of the contests? I think I should have reconfirmed this before announcing the result.
So yes, Madam Contest Chair, for the international speech, we do not have any time disqualification, but that of the evaluation contest, we have a time disqualification.
Awesome. Thank you for reconfirming, Madam Chief Judge. Now, for the evaluation contest,
Master,
go ahead
just
and
Master Chief,
announce.
please, may I just interject my apologies? So I understand that our area, we have some challenges in our area, and we have just, I think, just BSN and TNT that are active in our area 28. And I think for that reason, sometimes it happens that we have both the first and second contestants competing at the area contest. So I think you may want to reconsider announcing the first and second winners. Perhaps they may be eligible to still partake in the area contest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will go ahead and announce just the winner. That does not stop the second place contestant to participate in the area level. The final result will be shared with the club, and the club will remit this result to the area program quality director. So, and this is also for the awareness of our guests. The fact that we're announcing just the winner does not mean that the second place winner will be prevented from participating in the area contest. They will be eligible to participate in the area contest if the area's rule is first and second place of the club contest will represent the club. Mr. President, I hope I've been able to address your concern.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you for the enlightenment.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very kindly. Let's now go and get the result for the evaluation contest. And the winner of the Bsn Toastmasters evaluation contest is, I wanted to say something, but let me not say. Our winner is Toastmaster Tosin Imogeme. Toastmaster Tosin, congratulations on emerging first place in the evaluation contest. You will be representing Bsn Toastmasters in the area level. And that you've confirmed that it's first and second place. So the first and second place winners will be representing BSN at the area level. The Vice President Education will receive the final result, and she will communicate same to the contestants who will represent the club at the area level. All right. So this brings us to the end of the Bsn Toastmasters contest. I want to express my appreciation for the opportunity to serve as the contest chair and salute Madam Chief Judge for the magnificence of her coordination of the role players and her facilitation and engagement throughout the contest. I also want to appreciate the Bsn Toastmasters and every Toastmaster member from different clubs who have shown up to support us today. Thank you very kindly for the opportunity, and thank you for the role that you have all played individually. Permit me at this point to hand control of the lectern to Mr. President. Mr. President, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In fact, I'm so surprised, and I know it wasn't easy partaking in both contests, and for the evaluation contest, I just wanted to get it over with. However, like I said previously, we're not competing against ourselves, but we're competing against our old self. We signed up for Toastmasters not to be better than others, but to help ourselves grow. I think this will serve as an inspiration to every member. I want to be lavish in my praise for contest chair, chief judge, voting judges who are anonymous, and everyone who has joined. Thank you so much for being here. We couldn't have done this without you. We're thinking of having this physically, but it's not been easy with challenges, the economy, the third mainland bridge. So we just opted to having this online. And we knew that, of course, when we come to you over and over and over again, of course, you always open your door to us. We want to thank you. Contest chair, chief judge, voting judges, our audience, our guests. Thank you so much. Our members, and of course, most importantly, our contestant, Toastmaster Buki, who did a very good job. You know, I was so rest assured that she was going to handle it, that she did justice. You know, going back and forth just easy. The ESCOs and the contestant, Toastmaster Adishola, spoke to her. It wasn't easy because of her schedule. Toastmaster Bumi, Agile, FCA, competing. This is our first contest. And Ekene, who worked it out. I want to thank you all for making this quite interesting. It was just one person, because it shouldn't be interesting. Thank you for making this interesting and competitive. And the charge is that we push ourselves. It's not convenient for those of us who are doing this. It's not convenient for those who are from other clubs to join, but in the spirit of service and to always get out of our comfort zone, let's demand more of ourselves. Our next meeting, I think, will be next week, first and third meeting of the month. And I think we may have to just stick to the virtual for now. And now that we're going to be having more virtual, of course, I knew we'll be having more of our contest chair, but DTM Chidi around, we'll be having Steve, I know we'll be having Grace Peter. In fact, we'll be going across the borders of the country to get Toastmasters from, all around to join us, and we can learn from each other. We can grow from, the relationship, the collaboration. So I think on this note, I have no other words. I use that to say thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for participating, and I hope you guys will stay safe in this current economy. It's not easy, but please stay safe. And I think we need to get Toastmaster Bumi's location. She needs to shop for all of us. All right, so thank you, everyone. And I'll just not over to you, the SA, so we can introduce our guest and then we can follow the meeting.
Thank you kindly, Mr. President. Congratulations to you once again, sir. As the President said earlier, our next meeting is coming up on the 7th of March, 2024. You all know, as the tradition goes, we'll be needing role players and PGs for the next meeting. Before we respond to that, I'd like to make welcome those who are joining us for the first time in the meeting today. Today is your first time of joining us. Kindly show with the raise of hands. You can use the reaction chat. Okay, welcome, Joanne. Who else is joining us for the first time? Who else? Okay, I guess just Joanne. Please, can you turn on your video so we can see your face and have you introduce yourself to us? Let's know your name, what you do. It's a context meeting, so it's not like our usual meeting. But I'm sure you enjoyed the meeting. So tell us your favorite part of the meeting. Hope to see you next week. So you have the floor, Joanne.
Good day, everyone, and I'm very pleased to be part of your meeting or your contest today. And it's really my pleasure to be here. Actually, I got to know, I think last 2 weeks or thereabouts, that I saw the number of your president online, and I chatted with him, and he put me in your WhatsApp group, and that's how I got information to join the meeting today. So it's really a pleasure, and I picked a lot of things from people that spoke. And one thing is certain, I've been wanting to improve my public speaking skills, presentation skills, and I've always known that I will get this from Toastmaster clubs, but it's been a bit difficult for me to find a club that is convenient for me to join in terms of time and location. And when I saw this and checked in the distance, and it happened to be sort of something I can deal with, I quickly have to call the number online to get in touch with the person. And today I got to understand, I don't know how this is judged, but I understand I saw a lot of people, the people that spoke, especially the evaluation contestants. I really picked certain things from them because I didn't know what I was expecting them to do, but from the way they spoke, and one thing I picked is that they didn't really concentrate on one aspect. Some coming to say, this is what I understood, or this. Some, like the girl that gave advice on how the speaker can improve. So it made me understand that evaluation is not really for you to evaluate the topic, but also to evaluate the speaker. So this is something I understood today. And congratulations to the winners. Anyway, to the winner, because only one person took the first step and the second one. So congratulations, Mr. President. And I'm glad, and I'll be hoping to join and participate in everything you do. Thank you so much. I'm a structural engineer, offshore structural engineer, by the way, and I consult for oil and gas industry. Thank you.
Thank you kindly. You are welcome once again. As the president earlier said, our meetings are first and third Thursdays every month. Looking forward to seeing you at the next meeting, which is the 7th of March. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, so which is the 7th of March, and we hope by then you'll be giving your icebreaker, because your comments sounded like you're giving your icebreaker. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
So we'll be dropping details of next meeting for role players and speeches. WhatsApp platform. We have shot beyond our time of 12 noon. So I would like to say enjoy the rest of your day and see you at. Thank you.